What's up, guys? It's Junior from JNC. Who do we have here? What you did today?
Shunping had to go wrong at North American WCQ and was losing top to T4.
Yikes, it's all good. It's always next year. Any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to my team JNC, sponsor, for providing opportunities and benefits. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the Discord I usually test it with, the Chinese Discord, the Bozo Discord, and then what else? Forgot. Also, like quite a few of them.
All right. Well, let's get into the spicy list.
Yeah. So I played Tearlament for both the War Points playoff on the Friday and the main event. This is actually what I've been playing since beginning of the format after License Play. Alright, so 3 of each limited names.
Right.
Maximo, 2 Rhino, and then 3 Tier Cash, 2 Furnier. This is the tier engine.
Right.
This gets Tier Cash, so this technically is a tier monster to start. Used to be only 1 Furnier, but because there's still a good amount of cash, and this is Furnier is decent, going second to against cash, at least force out things. So I ended up just playing, like pumping it back to 2. Besides that, everything just maxed out. Rhino 2 is enough. It's not a starter because without things in the graveyard, all Rhino can do is just send tier cash and 2 more. It's not like something good. So I think this is the right ratio to Rhino. Don't need more. Then the Shizu cards. I think the Millers are one of the like unreal cards in the format for the simple fact no one else get benefit from these. It's really only tier, so I can just blindly activate these and just +4, I guess.
Of course. Also the knowledge of knowing what people are playing too, that'll be kind of crazy.
Yeah, and shufflers they're not good against cash, but they're good against almost everything else, and they just can't deal with it. So yeah, these 2 alone can shut down a lot of decks.
Alright.
Then the other monster, King of Swamp, mandatory now, and then Shadow cards. There were more Shadows in my list at the beginning of the format in the past couple versions, and there's even a copy of Cartesia because what I'm usually replacing for King of Swamp is Cartesia into Dragon. This is, I guess, I'll just talk about this now.
Yeah, definitely.
This is Kickhouse. This is the new Kickhouse of the deck after I figured out thing. Ensemble is in a 6 or higher, Lyle Dark, which usually be Apcolon. When Apcolon sent to graveyard, I search or recycle a Shadow card from my deck or graveyard to hand and I pitch 1. Adding different kind of Shadow cards for different situation. If I need monster, add a monster. If I need like interruption, I add Schism. If I want to break board, I add Shadow Fusion. So this is the core idea of the deck right now. There used to be even another copy of Cartesia just to increase the odds of using into Dragon. But unfortunately, I ended up cutting it just to fill more spaces.
Of course.
And there used to be more Shadows, but they're kind of shitty to draw, so I ended up lower it down to 3, the 3 that I needed. That's all the monsters.
Okay.
Spells, 2 Power Reno, 2 Rifles, 1 Terror. Like I said, the power of Rhino Heart isn't great. Right. Therefore, the power of Perlerino isn't great. So 2 is enough. It's more than enough. Drawing 2 in opening hand is detrimental. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of card I draw or not draw, because the card I really need to draw are already limited. I cannot play more of them. Like these.
Right.
But if I draw deck cards, they are more detrimental than not drawing the good cards. So 2-2, I think it's the good ratio. Similar reason as Furnier, there's a little bit too many cash in the format, so I have to have enough access to Furnier to like push going second.
Of course.
So, field spells, the Tears spell trap, 2 Scream and the Grief. A lot of people don't know what Grief does. Grief essentially is a teleport, or it's more like a foolish habitat. You summon a tier monster from deck or graveyard to the board, then you send someone with the same either attribute or type to graveyard. This can create some fun combo. This is also can be a foolish for like the last thing that wasn't milled. I'll probably show some few combos with this later.
Of course.
And then the Shadow Fusion, the Poly, this King of Swamp, this is technically searchable with Dragano into Upcomb. And Shadow Fusion is broken going second breaking board.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the existence of Shadow Fusion, some matchup are just free, like Vanquish. It's like a 90 to 10 matchup.
Wow.
And some other starter, Foolish and Foolish Goods. Yeah. And then 3 non-engine Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler ends up being my non-engine to go for this format.
Right.
For the tournament at least.
Of course.
I was debating like what are these three. Used to be Super Party for a little bit, used to be a Book of Moon a little bit, and it's just choosing Dark Ruler. Because issue for Super Party, it doesn't cover the matchup that need it most, which is cash.
Right.
Issue for Book of Moon is it only covers cash, it doesn't cover other things. To the point, there isn't that many cash, so I'm just choosing the thing that's like slightly worse against cash, but still good enough. But also hits other decks like VS gets hits by this, Sprite variants get hits by this, even some branded ending board get hits by this. And then Traps, 2 Zodiac, 1 Triple Karma. People probably don't know this card. It's from Hypernova after the tier got hit. So a lot of people don't know this. Remember back then there was like a Rainbow Bridge? This is a Rainbow Bridge but better. This one doesn't require to play another brick for it. And then banish itself from the graveyard. I can search any spell trap that has visas in the text, which is every single tier spell trap in my deck, including Zodiac, Scream, Grief, and Field.
Wow.
So yeah, the search range is very, very wide, and also doesn't, because it can be like, you already open a pearl, you know, you mail Rainbow Bridge. Now the Rainbow Bridge doesn't bonus things, right? But this just doesn't have the issue, because worst case I just grab like these. Still good.
Okay.
And last one, the Schism, to search of Abkalon for the combo. So that's the main deck, 40. Used to be 42 a little bit, but I like it 40 now.
Alright.
Then the extra deck, Kaleido, Rook House, Dragano, that's the new kick house, the Force Shadows, Abkalon, Construct, Winda, Shek. Abkalon's the go-to target to send off Dragno to do combo. Construct's needed for some specific situation, which I'll go through it. Winda's Winda.
Yeah.
It's 2023, we still dealing with Winda from 10 years ago. Shek is for going second Shadow Fusion, just send Kel back. And then occasionally, Schism into Shek can send a Furnier. Grapha for things to make.
Yeah.
Mainly, I was almost want to cut this.
Really?
But realizing there is even lace in the format, so kind of need something to deal with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Which
in
happened in the tournament. Like I had a redoer.
Yeah.
I put a call battle phase. Like the reader tag on my draft.
Right.
Welcome to Evenly now. So yeah. Jacob's Napoleon for obvious reasons.
Yes,
These two for obvious reasons. Also super power targets. Super powers on my side. Chimera. Yeah. Then the last non-fusion are these. The very few. Redoer is kind of self-explanatory if you know anything about tier format.
Yes,
These two are for a specific combo for the ending board, which I guess I'll go through the side deck first, then show the power of these. Cross Sheep on the other hand. Like I said, this is the new kick house, this is the new elf.
So the extra, CG again, 1 Gary.
Wow.
I saw a lot of builds winning unit. I didn't find it necessary, it wasn't.
Side deck. Couple of a time. Sometimes that's just the only win con.
Yeah.
Two more Shadow Fusion, the Dragon to break board. This card just broken going second.
Oh god.
Milling
Yes.
Callback from the deck. Imagine Branded Fusion, but no limitations.
Wild.
3 Ash for coverage, because my whole list is a little bit like empty against Lab and Branded. Despite those are okay or even favorite matchup, I want to double down on it. And then also against Cash, it's also a decent side because it really cuts their monsters, so they might just be short enough not to be able to rise.
Right.
Fun fact, Ash is also a level 3 tuner, so I can crush it back in sync with Tier Cash 3/7 into Baron.
Nice.
Call by for the shifter, which I have called by someone's shifter before, not today, but in the remote ICS.
Comes up.
3 Bookamaru as a shifter answer. So situation B, I go first. I get shifted.
Right.
I set Bookamaru. Their turn, Cash drop their first monster pocket.
Okay. Yeah.
They better pass their
Pass.
turn.
Yeah.
The odds for them to come back are either they have Lens for the book, or they have another starter with Birth.
Right.
Which the odds of those aren't that high.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not highly unlikely because people are picking up Lens.
Right.
But I think that's just my answer to Shifter. It's also something I can activate under like facing anti-spell in my turn 2. So this is honestly just the best card against Cash. Raigekis. This is not Dark Hole. Dark Hole only covers Iblis. But I think for the fact everyone all the Cash people picking up more econs now from here, Iblis sucks a lot. To the point, Iblis is no longer an issue. And then Raigeki has a situation where I can Chimera join to Raigeki. Shadow Fusion send a Beast, draw into Raigeki, which in those situations a lot better than Dark Hole.
Right.
And as a card naturally, this without anti spell, this can just clear the board. And then 2 more super parties. I couldn't fit 3 of each, so I ended up just playing 2/2. This is like okay against everything else but Cash. Against Cash, it's like not the best thing to have. So yeah, this is the side. Like it a lot. And then I think I'll just show a few combos.
Alright, let's see it.
Yeah. There isn't really I would say there isn't really a specific combo lineup.
Right.
Everything are so severely limited.
Right.
You just play with whatever gets milled, whatever milling, whatever make the board bigger.
Yes, sir.
General idea is I guess we'll show some small pieces together. Grief plus, for example, a Cash.
Comboing all the way through the NAWCQ to top cut, Shu has been perfecting this deck for months. Will the typical combo line be uncovered? What does a simple combo line end on? Find out next time on JNC.